What's up, guys? Chasing Langley here with episode 170 of The Journey, and this is it. This is the big one, a cup final double header. We have won 5 of the available 8 trophies this season already. 1 we can't get, 2 left to play for. 7 from 8 is not too bad. First up, the FA Cup final against Burnley, and then the Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll see you after the intro. Let's go haul some trophies. So here we are then towards the end of a magnificent season. I'm going to essentially go with whatever the assistant manager... I've said that now and I've just realised he has not picked a team that I'm happy with. So I'm going to fix this and then we'll be back. So I was all for a little bit of rotation, protect some tired legs and whatnot, and, keep players fit. But it is the FA Cup final. It is actually an important game. So we're going to start with Alibert in goal, Enrique, Shatalu, Figueroa, Dorgu, Lavia, Caicedo, Bargi, Wirtz, Rego, White. On the bench, Marcelo Eidinger, Camino, Doak, Del Moro, Di Somma, Osimhen, Trent, and Eugene Gould. Let's get this done. So, into the dressing room. Go out there, prove to everyone that you are winners. They shouldn't have to. They've got 5 trophies already this year. But even so, also in the pre-match screen, one thing that did pop up was that apparently Dominic Szoboszlai is upset that he's not getting to play in the final, which I fully understand, but the Champions League is still a bigger fish to fry. I've got a lot of players who should be capable of beating Burnley, who I think finished 6th or 7th in the Premier League. But even so, I need to go with a team that's strong enough to win it, but not risking as many, not risking all of our key players so that we can get both trophies in the bag today. Diomande will return for the final and will start. I'd be shocked if I didn't start Diomande. What on earth is that? That was terrible. We need better than that, though, to win the FA Cup. Figueroa finds Caicedo. Lavia through to João Rego. João Rego looking for a ball through to Ito. Doesn't find him either to Williams, but Figueroa is there to sweep up again. Sutalo. He needs a big game today. Diego Enrique over the top looking for Ben White. He's through again and Ben White doesn't miss. 25th goal of the season. Don't call that back for offside. That'd be absurd. Come on, buddy. You know it was onside. He's disallowed it. It's absolute treachery. Absolute taking bribes. Ignore that gap. He was onside. I saw it, you saw it. Doesn't really matter. Goal's not been given. We need a goal, though. We need to win the FA Cup. You'd think I'd be sick of trophies by now. You never get tired of trophies, especially in a season like this. João Rego with a cross back post looking for Ben White. Lavia will pick it up. Back across goal. Diego Enrique out to João Rego. He's into the box. He shoots from a very narrow angle. His 17th goal of the season. And João Rego has put us ahead after 9 minutes in the FA Cup final. One hand already on the trophy. If we can get the other hand on the trophy before half-time, I'll be very, very happy. James Trafford honestly shouldn't be being beaten there. Should have just made himself big by the post. It's not my problem because they've scored. Diego Enrique has a throw-in and he's got a 1-2 with Rooney to Shatalu, to Lavia, back to Figueroa. Remember these names because these are the heroes that have made Liverpool have the biggest season in their history. We are also, by the way, because we won the Premier League, we are now the winningest Premier League team ever. We've got the 22. We have won the most Premier League titles of any club ever. Icing on the cake. Rooney goes back now to Diego Enrique, to Lavia, to Caicedo. Caicedo through for Wirtz for Ben White. Ben White does finally nail his 20... it's going to get called back again. I just want him to get his 25th goal of the season, guys. Come on, this isn't hard. I've seen that stat twice now. I want it to be legitimate. Jesus Christ. I reckon Ben White might have slept with this ref's missus. I'm just saying, it's just speculation. That's clearly not offside. The referee's having a bubble, or the VAR guy is a United fan. One of the two has to be true. Let's praise the boys. Ben White's going to get a goal today. He's got to be thinking, I'm going to smash one in from 45 yards and let the referee try and weasel his way out of that one by this point. But even so, we're 1-0 up. It's not even really been under threat. Like, they've had one shot on goal in 25 minutes. It's never really been in question. We just need to get that second goal to stop them FMing us, really. We'll praise the boys over and over again because of the way they've played both today and this season. We don't want Ben White's head to drop either. That'd be a disaster. I don't want him having one of those games where he just disappears, having put it in the net twice. We just need him to secure it now. I need a Ben White goal. I just do. I just need a Ben White goal. We will send in Eugene Gould later as well because, frankly, he just needs to be gathering up trophies with us at this stage. He's been such a hero for us that we need that. I don't want to look at the stats or the halftime or the anything. Get out there, prove to everyone you're winners. We're going to say it again. We're going to tell everyone again to just get better. Just a better second half. Let's really, really turn the screw at this point. Get the trophy done. It's got to be achievable very quickly. Diego Enrique goes to Florian Wirtz. He's going to go across the field now, hopefully, to Xiaorego. There you go, job done. Back to Dorgu, back to Xiaorego. He's going to shoot, he's going to score. Xiaorego is in no mood to mess around today. He's got his eyes on the prize. Trophy will come to us if Xiaorego has to win it himself. We're 2-0 up against Burnley. You'd be shocked if they had any way back into this game, given the golfing quality between the two sides. And Xiaorego, what a goal at Wembley. He's on for his hat-trick now. And we are... A surprise the ref didn't give a tight offside. It wasn't even that tight an offside, to be honest. So, don't know what he's looking at. He just likes watching telly, doesn't he? That's what he's doing. He likes watching telly and he's upset with Ben White for some reason. And we don't know why that is. But that goal was unstoppable. And I guess the referees bet on Burnley to win the FA Cup isn't going to pay out. Really sorry, bud. But that's life sometimes. And you got to take the breaks as they come. We're looking so good. We're looking so good. I am going to make changes in a second. And they are going to be largely changes for changes' sake. I'm going to be protecting players as best I can. Rooney Bargy, edge of the box, from the corner. He thought about it, then changed his mind. Figueroa through to Rooney Bargy. Goal number 3. And this FA Cup final is very much over. And I'm going to make a raft of subs in a second. Just protecting people who need protecting, to be honest. Just protecting the crown jewels is pretty much how that's going to go. Because this game is over. And we just need to keep as many of our key players fit as we possibly can. Which means that Lavia and Caicedo, thank you for your service today, but your job is done. We're sending in De Sommer and Camino there. I know he's complacent. It doesn't really matter at this stage. I think I probably want to protect Burt at this stage, so Eugene Gould can go in there. Xiaorego and Ben White might both come off. I might take Figueroa off. We'll decide later because it's not necessary. Although I am thinking Xiaorego probably should come off because he's not fully fit. So we'll do that. We'll protect Xiaorego. And then it will be White or Figueroa that comes off last. I don't know which it'll be. It'd be nice to get Victor Osimhen an FA Cup winners medal for his career. Because I feel like he's probably going to retire in the summer anyway. But for now, we'll keep Ben White on just to try and get him a goal. Because it'd be nice for him to get an FA Cup final goal after coming out of the shadow of Erling Haaland, thoroughly out of the shadow to win the title this year, having started the year not even making the bench at Manchester City, to becoming an absolutely lethal force for us. Ben Doak through on the left-hand side. He'll look for a cross here and finds one. It's a low cross. It's not a great cross. And now we're back up against it briefly. Big ball forward for Burnley. Are they going to hit us on the counter and stop us getting a clean sheet? Dorgu is coming through to hopefully shut things down. Havelka is in. That's going to get called back. It's not going to be offside because this referee hates us and he's got money on the game. Oh, he has called it back. He's given up on the money, guys. He's given up on his wager. Betfair have taken his money. He's finally accepted it. It was offside as well. Other betting companies are available. We need a goal, though, from Ben White just to round this one off. We really do. this is a perfect FA Cup final performance. Absolutely perfect as FA Cup. Oh, here we go. Rooney Bargy into the box, looking for Eugene Gould. Won't find him. Diego Enrique is there. He needs to get this ball to Ben White ASAP. Dorgu, come on, forward. Find Ben. Oh, what is that, buddy? What is that? Every time I don't need Dorgu to make a mistake, he makes one like clockwork, and we're back up against it now because he cannot pass to save his life. Patrick Dorgu is the worst passer of a football I've ever seen at this level, and I dread to think how many goals his absolutely diabolical passing have cost us. And somehow he never escapes the blame. He always escapes the blame every time as well. The commentary never blames him for being slightly terrible at passing when the chips are down. I don't want to make any changes yet because I do want Ben White to get that goal. He is the logical choice to come off, though, to get Victor Osimhen his FA Cup final, FA Cup winners medal. He is the logical choice to come off. I do want to protect him a little bit. I think we cut our losses on Ben White today. We sent in Victor Osimhen for probably his last appearance in a Liverpool shirt as it falls to Doak. Diego Enrique to Camino. He shoots. Juan Camino makes it number 4 for the FA Cup final. And that is all she wrote. The trophy is coming back with us no matter what happens now. You'd love to see Victor Osimhen get an FA Cup final goal to really wrap up the career he's had. He might still play in the Champions League final, but it's very unlikely that he's going to make the team sheet, even the bench, barring something dramatic happening. So this really is his swan song in English football, most likely. And it'd be nice just to see him get a goal. I know he's not been a massive contributor for us this season, but he has popped up with goals here and there. He has been there to pick up the slack, especially in the first half of the season. We didn't really have any other recognised striker, but he's not going to get the goal. This one's going to be over. We're going to get the first of hopefully 2 trophy lifts this episode right about now. That's the FA Cup. I wish we had a licensed FA Cup model in the game. I think there was one before they lost all the licenses. Either way, Liverpool have won the FA Cup. That is 6 trophies this season, and it could be 7 by the time this episode is done. You think we'd get sick of trophy lifts. We're not going to get sick of them. Here we go, ready to celebrate this one. More streamers, more fireworks. The Liverpool fans are staying largely out of habit at this point because God knows they could do with beating the traffic. Some of them will probably stay in London for the weeks. Actually, before anyone makes the joke in the comments, it's Liverpool. Most of them live in London. And the rest live in Essex. But even so, they're going to want to stay close to an airport that can get them to the final. I don't know if Liverpool Airport has flights to... I think we're playing in Athens. I think the final is in Athens for the Champions League. We're getting ahead of ourselves. It's hard not to. I'm getting giddy because we've just won so many games on the spin. So many trophies this season. So many crazy moments. That Barcelona semi-final will go down in history, even if we don't win the Champions League against PSG. We are playing at NSC. NSC Olimpijski is in Kyiv. So we're going to the Ukraine, which feels risky, but hopefully things have changed between then and the real day 8 years in the future from now in Kyiv. We'll be back in just a second to try and get trophy number 8. The game is still saying it's 5. In fact, the game said it was 5 last. I'm sure. Does the game not have... I need to check this. I don't think the game has a sextuple thing. Is there a trophy missing from there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it is just not counting the MLS Super Cup. It should be. I'll maintain that until my dying breath, and we will be there, ready to go for the Champions League final in just a few seconds' time. Well, guys, after 2 years, 170 episodes, it all comes down to this. From Antwerp to Storfors to Gresford to Wealdstone to Blackburn, and to a season where we've already won 6 trophies with Liverpool, to the Champions League final, and I'm still tweaking the team, but I think this is it. Alibert, Trent, Diamande, Figueroa, Dorgu, Lavia, Caicedo, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Rego, and White. On the bench, Marcelo, Guillem, Gravenberch, Fati, Del Moro, Bargi, Gould, Shutalo, Elliott, Enrique, Eidinger, and Camino. Commit this team to memory, because this could be it. This could be the Champions League win we have been trying for this entire time. Was the entire aim of the series. We've won the World Cup. Now we go for the UEFA Champions League. And yes, if we win it and we qualify for the Club World Cup, we might well go forward for that for an episode or two as well. But this is the big one. This is almost the point where we can say the series has been wrapped up in a nice little bow. Everything beyond a win here would be a bonus. Only Paris Saint-Germain managed, in a beautiful twist of irony by Jurgen Klopp, stand between us and the Champions League. And I'm under no illusions that it's going to be an easy game, because PSG have this lineup, quite frankly, and it's going to be a real challenge. We've, I think, played PSG before and struggled. My memory is a bit hazy, but I'm sure we played PSG in the group stage and it was not an easy game. Now it's for all the marbles. We're here in Kyiv for the final. We are officially the home team, which, because of the game being the game, it's decided that we get most of the fans in the stadium. We're underway. I'm very, very nervous for this one. I'm going to encourage the boys. If we score now, it's fine. It's worth it. Dorgu into the box, looking for Szoboszlai. Donnarumma catches it and immediately throws it out. They're looking for a counter-attack in quick, smart time, and they might just get it. Vitinha's running at us, and not like this. Please, not like this. Cross goes over. Let's get this clear. It's gone wide from Xavi. And we can breathe for just a second. I'm expecting this to be chaos. I'm really expecting this to be a chaotic game. They like to attack. We like to attack. Ousmane Diamande's come back into the team after a layoff that made him miss the FA Cup final. We didn't even get to see Szoboszlai's free kick, but hopefully that's a sign that we're going to get to see the now elusive Ousmane Diamande headed goal from a corner. That's what we need. He makes the run. Can he get there? He can't. And Mbappe comes out with the ball, goes back to Donnarumma. Such a star-studded team for PSG at this stage. Caicedo on the ball, going nowhere. It's okay. We just need a goal. If we get a goal, I can relax just a touch. But I'm very, as I said, very, very nervous for this final. I'm really nervous because I'm aware that if FM26 is coming out, this is going out not very long before it releases. And I'd like to wrap up the series before that happens, because I don't want to leave this unfinished. Szoboszlai with another corner, Diamande looking for another header. They're double marking him. That's how fearsome his reputation is as a player at this point, as a threat from corners. He's getting double marked at every corner. He's the African footballer of the year. Florian Wirtz with a very ambitious shot on goal. Diamande just won African footballer of the year. Beautiful stuff from him this season, but I'd love to see him pop up with a goal here. He's been so instrumental in this campaign. We've won so many trophies. Marc Guéhi starting an attack now. Sayer Emery, another old friend of ours from Wroxham. Vitinha tackled by Figueroa. Iwahawa now on the ball, forward for Xavi. We've got to defend here. Caicedo tries to block. Sayer Emery into the box. Dorgu gets a tackle in. And I thought that was going to be a penalty, but it's not. We've got away with it. Wirtz, come on, let's get this ball forward. Caicedo finds White, tackled by Ugarte to Hernandez. Hernandez for Iwahawa, going forward for Xavi. This highlight's going to end in a goal, one way or another. It's going to be a PSG goal. Ramos is through. My word. Have I not had enough stress in the last few episodes? My God. We've come back from behind a few times this season. I didn't want to have to do it in the Champions League final. If we do it, I'm going to be so relieved, but this was always going to be our toughest game of the series. It was always going to be the biggest challenge we had. We've badly need to get ourselves together now, get into this game, get a goal, get something going, because it can't end like this. It really can't end like this. It would be an absolute tragedy if after all that effort, after all those games, all these episodes, after the 2 years this series has been running, for it to end like this would be an absolute travesty. Diamande for Lavia, back to Diamande, to Trent. Let's build, guys. Not all the way back to Alaba. Come on, let's be positive. Forward for Figueroa. Forward again for Dorgu. Hopefully, he has gone for Dorgu. No, now let's try not to give the ball away to Lavia. Lavia forward for Wirtz. Wirtz looking for Szoboszlai, who was a little bit out of position, but he's managed to come out okay with it. Let's get this ball into the box from the captain. He's gone to the corner flag. Trent caught, the cross gets blocked, and we are on the back foot again. Diamande breaks it up. Come on, ball forward. Lavia to Wirtz. Wirtz with a through ball. Hopefully, come on to Ben. He's going for a shot himself. Why? You know, there was an episode earlier in the season, almost at the beginning of the season, where I was complaining about how selfish Florian Wirtz can be at times. He's doing it today, and it's not helping us. Shalrego to Caicedo to Lavia. Lavia finds Wirtz. Don't do it again. He's gone through. He better score this again. You had help. For the love of God, you cannot do this by yourself. Szoboszlai with a corner. Let's get a goal from this. Coming into the box. Ousmane Diamande gets a goal, and I'm so relieved to see him score in this final. He's been there when we needed him the most all season. He comes in when we need him the most. In the Champions League final, he gets the equaliser. And Ousmane Diamande finally returns to glory. The king is back. It's half-time. And I'm feeling all of a sudden like we can get this done. It's time for everyone to dig in. Give everything you've got left tonight. We can do this. I wish I could shout, be less selfish at Florian Wirtz, but unfortunately not an option we have. So we've just got to get out there. We've just got to get this done. See it out. We know that we've got the players to win the Champions League. We've won everything else this season. For us to not win the Champions League would be honestly heartbreaking. We started our European campaign this season by beating Real Madrid for the UEFA Super Cup. So to be the champions of Europe ourselves at the end of this season only feels right. We're going to encourage the boys again. We're going to try everything in our power to get this done. Florian Wirtz has gone missing, which is not what we need. Dorgu's got a throw in. That's a terrible throw. What are you doing? Why was no one coming short for that? Dorgu to Lavia. Lavia forward for Trent. Trent finds White. Ben White with a shot. That's come off the woodwork. My God, it's the stress never ends. Florian Wirtz is coming off because he's not contributing right now, and as much as I want to send Eugene Gould in, he's apprehensive. Harvey Elliott's going in to be the Trek. That's the best I can do. I could have sent Eugene Gould in. It's not. He's looking nervous anyway. It's not the time to send Eugene Gould out there for the Champions League final. Not while we need a goal badly to get back into this. I am holding back subs on purpose to an extent, knowing I'm going to have to make changes. I'm going to send Ansu Fati in. That's going to be my next change. That feels like the smart play. Off the line from Shalrego. We haven't given away a penalty. Oh my God, I was so confused then. It didn't cross the line. It didn't cross the line. We are safe. We are safe from that. That's fine. Ansu Fati's coming in to replace Shalrego because he's knackered. We've got to hold back the rest of our subs to throw on some bodies, some quick bodies for the last few minutes just to get things moving. But for now, we hold firm, we hold our lines. We hope that PSG don't score from this, because that would be heartbreak. Ansu Fati gets it clear. It's fallen to Trent. Trent with a chance to be an absolute hero for us today. He goes backwards, looking for Dorgu. Dorgu needs to not mess this up. I'm always nervous when he gets the ball. He played it into Ansu Fati, who just didn't have any space. Over the top for Mbappe. This has got bad news all over it. Let's break this down. Oh, Lavia gets in there. Szoboszlai picks it up. End the highlight, please. Elliott on the ball. Let's get this through to Ben White, please, please, anyone to Ben White. Ansu Fati's going it alone. I just want Ben White on the end of it, and that's why I want Ben White on the end of it, because that was always going to end in tears. And we are heading into bad times. I'm going to make that change for the last 5 minutes. I think extra time is looming. Patrick Dorgu is coming off to be replaced by Lucas Eidinger. Trent, thank you for your service today, but it's Diego Enrique's time to come on and shine and take charge of this game. Caicedo probably needs to come off, and I think he will. And I think the smart play here is Gravenberch. I just want to add as many good set piece takers to the field of play as I can, because it might well come down to a set piece. I just want my options on the field for set pieces, and really, really didn't want this to go to extra time. I'm aware that Szoboszlai is going to struggle to finish the game if this goes to extra time. Gravenberch in the box, feet flying. This has gone awfully wrong. Mbappe is through. I think he was offside, but we're not going to find out unless he scores. Alibert makes a save. That is crucial. This could be the last kick of the game. This could be the last kick of the game, or the last action of the game. And it's just got disaster all over it. Into the box. Please claim it. We have claimed it. That's the end of 90 minutes. We're at extra time again. I don't want Alibert to have to do penalty shootout heroics again. But it might have to happen. It might have to happen. I am at a loss about any potential changes here. I'm at a loss. I'm trying to think, is there a logical... I want to get Eugene Gould on the pitch so badly, but I know that it's going to upset the play if I do it. I'm also incredibly aware that Dominic Szoboszlai is our best penalty taker. I need him on the pitch right now. Ben White isn't performing to his best. I mean, if I look at the options that we've not used, realistically, I need a sub to come on for Ben White late on that can score a penalty, because Ben White's not the best penalty taker in the world. And I don't know if there's anyone here who's good with them, to be honest. Is Camino good? I mean, he's the best of a bad bunch, isn't he? Let's think about that when we get there. We've just got to see this out now. We've just got to see this out, and I'll use that sub for penalties if I absolutely have to. It's going to be a PSG highlight to kick off injury time. We've got the ball back. Okay, extra time underway. Szoboszlai getting into it a little bit. Szoboszlai back to Diomande, back to Szoboszlai, back to Lavia for Elliot for Enrique over the top looking for Gravenberch. He's just come on. Can he be a hero? No, he can't. Ansu Fati will clean it up though. Can he get into the box? He's looking for Gravenberch. He's not in space. Eidinger for Lavia through for Fati. Ben White scores. It's his 25th goal of the season. Please don't. Every time he scores number 25, it gets ruled out. Please don't rule this one out. Please let him have it. Please let us have it. Please let me have it. Please let it it's not. Ben White's never going to get goal 25, and I just feel so bad for him. He's been so good. It's 25 goals since the beginning of January as well. It's such a big milestone, and it's all frittered away by offside once again. Harvey Elliott taking a very bad free kick straight at Donnarumma. That is honestly terrible. I know I said I wanted more set piece takers on the pitch, but that was not the one. And we've gone back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma is going to have to create something here, or we're going to have to get... We've got... Ben White scores. He's not offside. He can't be offside. He can't be offside from a defensive mistake. Ben White, my God. I'm so relieved. I'm so happy for him. I'm genuinely so pleased he's got that goal. It could win the Champions League for us. And that's really, honestly, the most gratifying thing. We waited so long for Diomande to score. We waited so long for Ben White's 25th goal of the season. We've waited so long for the Champions League, and I'm genuinely just... I'm struggling for words. I know I'm still talking, but I'm struggling to find the words to express just how relieved I am. I'm going to set up the substitution for Eugene Gould to come on in the Champions League final. I'm not going to click it until the last possible moment, because if we concede here, we're cooked. If we've defended, come on, just get this clear. Don't make any mistakes. Keep it tidy. Put it just forward. The ball forward is giving it away. Gerhard goes back to Pavlovic. Zaire Emery forward for Mbappe. Just win it back and hoof it at the corner flag. That's honestly all I want. I'll take a tactical red right now. Anything. Samajic to Mbappe into the box. Diego Enrique is there. Lavia back to... Come on, Gravenberch. He's given it away to Vitinha. Headed away by Iding. Ansu Fati on the counter-attack. Please, get goal number 3, because this one will be over. Ansu Fati, he's making his way down the near side. Get the crossover. Please don't try and do it by yourself. Harvey Elliott is there. Eugene Gould can come on as a sub. Everything has come up Millhouse. We are, without much shadow of a doubt, barring an absolute miracle, going to be the champions of Europe. And this has been an absolute gut-wrencher of a recording day. I started my recording day with that quarter-final in the Champions League that ended 6-all on aggregate, went to penalties. I then played through the last few games of the league season. We won the title. Then I've done the FA Cup final and the Champions League final today. It's been nothing but stress. And now we just have to see it out. Figueroa to Gravenberch. Ansu Fati into the box. Ansu Fati off the woodwork. By the way, if we get a penalty, you know for a fact Eugene Gould is the man I'm going to have take it. He's not actually come on yet. That's really stressful because I've tried to get him up. There we go. He has finally made it onto the field of play. Harvey Elliott with a corner. Everyone's going forward for a chance at glory. It's headed away. Diego Enrique to Eugene Gould to Diamande. Back to Diego Enrique to Harvey Elliott into the box. It's been a free kick for offside for Harvey Elliott. And if we have to see it out this way, this is going to be the final kick of the episode, more or less. We're just waiting for the whistle. It's just a matter of time at this point. Samajic on the ball, forward, looking for Gonzalo Ramos. Diamande, of course, the man to break it down. Goes back to Alibert. We're just waiting for the referee to blow up. Figueroa takes his time, out to Idinger. We're going forward. We're going to try and score another goal before the referee blows his whistle. If we do, please let it be Eugene Gould. Fatty over the top, headed away by Truffer. That's going to be the game. That is the Champions League. We are 7 trophies this season. 7 trophies for Liverpool this season, ending with the Champions League. And it's been such a long series. I've recorded this entire season in about 5 days. If that, it might be 3 or 4. I'm mentally exhausted from doing it, as I mentioned the pre-recording for the house move. But we've done it. We've won the Champions League. We've won the Champions League with Liverpool after extra time. Diamande and White on the score sheet. Ben White might be the greatest signing I've ever made on Football Manager. We're going to say congratulations. What a win. And if this is where some of you decide that the series ends for you, I fully understand. It might be the last trophy we win, because the last thing I'm going to play through is going to be if we've qualified for it for this year. I'm not going to stress too much if we haven't. If we've qualified it for this year, we have qualified for the Club World Championship, which hopefully is this one. Why is it not this one? Why? Please tell me we get a bye. We're not in it. We qualified and we're not in it. Well, guys, with that being said, then I think we wrap up the series. I'm so gutted we're not going to get to go for the Club World Championship, but it does feel like it's not worth slogging through 4 more seasons just to get there. So let's take a moment to review what we've done here. This is our magical manager timeline. We'll go right to the start. Well, we started at Young Reds of Antwerp. We got promoted all the way up to winning the first national amateur. We got into the second tier at Royal Antwerp. We then took over as the manager of Benin, resigning as the manager of the Antwerp Young Reds, because we also took over a week later at Storfors in Sweden. We didn't necessarily have the greatest season at Storfors. I have been keeping an eye on them, by the way. Pedrinho is still there, which is crazy. He's the captain there now. It didn't necessarily go well for us, but we did have a fantastic run with Benin. At one stage, we were in the all-time low in the world rankings at 98th. We dropped to 99th. It was going badly for us at this time in the save. We then switched over to Gresford and signed a bunch of players, did really, really well with Gresford, signing all these youngsters. We got our first award, the Manager of the Month award here. We've actually won surprisingly few awards, but that's because I've done a lot of holidaying just to get through it. The old system was not fast enough to get through a season at any kind of pace. The new computer obviously is. We've got the Cymru North that we won with Gresford to take them into the Welsh Premier League, after which we reached our 100th game in management. Through all of this, we then got ourselves, as we were leading the Welsh Premier League, hired by Wealdstone. We then resigned from the manager role at Benin. I'm shocked that's not on the timeline. That's genuinely ridiculous that it's not on the timeline. We resigned as manager of Benin after we made it to winning the third place in the AFCON with Benin, which is crazy. We left to take over at the Ivory Coast, which already on form. We won so many games with the Ivory Coast that I lost count. We worked our way all the way up through the Wealdstone save, where we won promotion to the National League proper, got hired at Blackburn. We have had a great season at Blackburn first year. They were 19th when we took them over in the Championship. We took them to 7th place in our first season. We discovered Eugene Gould at the age of 15, immediately became a first-team player. We won the African Cup of Nations with the Ivory Coast in January of that year. Then in the summer, we won the World Cup, at which point we gave up on international football, because once you've won the World Cup with the Ivory Coast, you have completed Football Manager anyway. But we carried on at Blackburn. We discovered Brooklyn and Fonque, and he was phenomenal because he helped us to win our place in the Premier League, winning the Championship. We then got into the Premier League. We spent a very stressful first season in the Premier League trying to build a team that could survive, and we did. On the last day of the season, we survived relegation from the Premier League. We then got offered the job at Liverpool in the summer. And from there, I've spent hundreds of millions for the first time, I think, ever on Football Manager. I mean, here you can see we passed the £242 million spending mark, then the £319 million spending mark by the middle of August. We won the MLS All-Star Game. We won the UEFA Super Cup. We won the European South American Club Challenge. We finally hit 300 games in management just after that. We sold £280 million worth of players. But in the midst of all this, we also signed Joseph Chitalo and we signed Ben White. And from there, it was all up. We got to I didn't even cover the next gen. Alibert, Tony Hitaja, who was in our youth team, he's out on loan at Coventry, I think, at the moment, and Eugene Gould were all named in the next gen, which is unbelievable stuff. And then the League Cup, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. And we made it into the English Management Hall of Fame. It's genuinely been an incredible season. I cannot believe we've done all of this. And I don't know what we do from this point out. I mean, it's saying we've won 12 trophies in our career. We've had a second place, we've had a third place. Our reputation is still only 85%, but we only reached a 5-star reputation having won all of that. But I think this is time for the series to end. It has been one hell of a ride. If you want to take this over, I will try and remember, because I'm recording so far ahead, you might have to remind me in the comments. In fact, do remind me in the comments to upload this save to the Patreon. I don't want to do it as I'm recording this, because anyone who's on the Patreon will get horrible spoilers, and it would be really mean for me to do that. But for now, we're going to wrap it up at Liverpool. We have won the Champions League. I am so tired. I'm so exhausted. I'm so happy we did this. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. All the people who've commented and liked and subscribed and shared. I promise, if FM26 is happening, because as I've said before, as I recall this, I have no idea if it's happening. They've not made a comment on social media since, March? So it could be anything. I'll make an announcement video of what we're doing from hopefully the new flat. If it's not the new flat, my life's gone terribly wrong and you all should be concerned. But for now, thank you for watching, guys. I have been chasing lamely. This has been an absolute ride of a journey. Until next time, stay safe and have a good one.